How's it going? We're back. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to a company that handles a problem I had fairly easy. I run the Quake Fender chop lights, the LEDs that do the RGB. I don't really use the RGB feature, but about a month ago, maybe two, my driver's side light started flickering. Some days it wouldn't even come on. Sometimes it seemed like it would warm up and then work perfectly fine. It's to the point where it doesn't come on anymore. Just half of the amber function works. And I practically don't even have a turn signal over there. So I had reached out to them maybe a month ago. You know, that ran into some bumps and hiccups. I couldn't find my receipt. They couldn't find me in the system. I guess I had gotten them at Great Smoky Mountain Jeep Invasion. And I don't know what the problem was, but after a few emails back and forth, you know, they felt I shouldn't have had to have come out of pocket for something that I had paid for that still had a warranty on it. So in good faith, they were going to warranty me. All I asked for was just a light. I didn't need a bracket. I didn't need anything else. I didn't need the other light. And they were going to warranty it. So, you know, I was keeping an eye out for a shipping tracking number and all that stuff. About a couple weeks later, I didn't hear anything, so I reached back out. The light was on back order originally, which they told me, and it still was. So instead of having me wait even longer, they offered to upgrade the lights on them to the new HDX Fender lights that they have that do like 200 colors. I hadn't really seen the product before, but essentially it was the same. You just gave you a wider color range, and they weren't going to replace just the driver's side light for the upgrade. They actually just sent me both, which I thought was really cool. I think they handled it great. I just wanted to give Quake LED a shout out, and now I'm gonna get them out and get these swapped out so I can get back to looking normal and not looking funky with one of my Fender lights out. So I just want to say thank you guys, and you know, this makes me happy that I went with a company that reaches out quick every time I reach out to them, and handled a situation that they could have easily just told me to, you know, go pound sand essentially, because I couldn't find any of my paperwork and they couldn't find me in the system. So thank you again. Now let's get into the swap. All right, so using some old floor mats because I don't have a towel out here. These are the new ones, just 3 bolts. The wiring looks a tad bit different than the other ones. I'm definitely gonna have to pull up the instructions, but I don't think it's gonna be that hard. So we'll pull those up, and I got the other one right here, and start getting the Fender lights out of this and get them swapped out. All right, so to get it out, you're going to, I tried to just sneak a bit up behind here. It's easier if you just take out this. There's a nut on the back, and then there's 2 bolts, one here, one down here. Drops the light down. I got quite the amount of dirt stuck on the back of mine, so I'm gonna get that out, get the wiring all the way out, and get it cleaned up. So I'm a little too stubborn to spend a bunch of time looking for instructions, but I got the old one out, got the new one plugged in on the driver's side, and it looks like the passenger side light, which is the first one I pulled out, this is a module that'll go to like power and ground. This looks like it'll hook to possibly the driver's side light, and then that's the passenger side light. So I guess it'll keep them all in sync. If I get more info on it, I'm gonna give it a test before I go crazy and install both of them to make sure that's right. All right, I didn't want to just guess on where these connections went. I think I know, but I gave Quake a quick call, and sure enough, they picked up the phone right away, and they're sending me over the instructions for the whole lights, like as if I was buying them new, not just swapping out these lights for the HDXs. So I'll check my email in a second and get this figured out. In the meantime, I'm gonna start popping out this other light, getting that out with the harness and everything, and you know, I can at least get the lights bolted in and then run the wiring afterwards, because I mean the install process of the actual light's the same. So I forgot the one bolt when I installed this gave me some trouble, so it's not exactly coming out. So it does rotate. It'll give me enough room to get up in here just with my socket and a ratchet. So I'll zip those 3 bolts off and start getting the light out of there. All right, I got the instructions, poked through it real quick. So lights pretty much going the same, and then down there is just the HDX splitter, pretty much what I thought. It just connects that headlight to that headlight, and then it goes to power and ground, and then I can download the app from Quake, I believe it is, and control the lighting on there. So I'm gonna get the lights both mounted up back on the brackets, zip tie up the main harnesses to go to the body harness in the back down in here, and get them cleaned up. And then probably gonna pop off the grill, unless I can fish that harness underneath somehow, and zip tie it up out of the way for the HDX splitter, and then run the HDX box up to my fuse panel and find a good spot to hook it up for an accessory or run start fuse tap. I have a couple spots I'm already using, so I'll just probably add it in on there. Alright, they're bolted in. Only thing that's left is to hook these up to the fender chop lights, run this up to the battery, hook it up, power ground. It's got a piece of little 3M tape right here, so I'll probably stick it somewhere on the fender, not sure, but I'll use the long end, hook it up to the driver's side, run it underneath, zip tie it all up, hook the short side that runs closer to the HDX controller over here, and run it right up, get it all zip tied, So maybe put some eyelets on here. I got to figure out where I'm going to connect the two up there, and then we should be in the money. We should be done after that. All right, it's all wrapped up. I ended up using my aux beam fuse box up there to hook into the HDX module for the color changing stuff. I got to figure out the app. I just downloaded it, but I thought to create an account. It's some Chinese app, it looks like. They do send you a little remote. Still got to figure that out. I have the instructions for it, but the coloring does work. When I shut the truck down, just have it with the lights off. I'll show you real quick. You can, you know, change the colors that way. So there's a little red, white, and blue action. I can change the modes using the remote. I gotta figure out how to do it. If you can do it while it's running, you just keep hitting the mode button, I guess, and it'll cycle through them all. I mean, that's pretty cool. I'm not crazy on the colors. I'm just an amber guy. See if we can do anything else with these. Just do yellow. Yellow, you can change just the colors to them. Oh, it's kind of cool. I like that color. Do some green. Red. Get back to the modes. Like the red, white, and blue, it's pretty cool. Oh yeah, little disco party action. So, anyway, yeah, I'll mess with some more. But I just want to give a big shout out to Quake. They really pulled through, and they pulled through quick. I just talked to them, had to have been about 2 days ago, on if my lights were coming soon or not. And today, you know, I worked yesterday and today they were here. So there we go. I'll try and keep this video short, do the editing. But just wanted to get on here and give a shout out to them and show that the truck is back together. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If I can get these other lights working, I gotta open up that one control box. If I can get them working, maybe I'll sell them. If you're interested in them, and I do get them fixed, I'll post about it and let me know. If not, they're going on the Facebook Marketplace. But thanks for watching.